We don't have time. Yeah, so you guys got the questions.
Yes.
All right. I'm just gonna close it. Why is it doing that twice? Close that. Close that. You got it. All right then. All right. One guy I knew wasn't coming because he's been sick. So I'm
Oh
like,
no.
yeah, and I'm not sure what's going on. So we kind of lost contact. All right then. So welcome to Life as a Streamer panel. So I guess we could just start with introductions. Here.
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. Thanks for inviting us to FanFest this year. As a Chicago native, I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person, but I am currently living in sunny, hot Arizona. My name's Mickey. I go by Italian Slice on Twitch, and I've been streaming since 2020. I've taken a little bit of a break from streaming, but I am slowly but surely making my comeback. So I'm excited to get back into streaming.
Yep, we are. Let me just double, triple check. I'm pretty sure because I heard it echoing over. So I'm gonna just check the U was
No,
tubes.
I saw it. The link I was on wasn't was
It's
still
not
the
working. I can't get them to connect. Like if it's OBS, it'll connect, but on Zoom, it wouldn't. So
Yeah,
okay,
it shows us.
there we are. All right. So then, yes. Okay. And would you also like to introduce yourself, Supremacy?
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. Um, so my Twitch name is Supremacy King Gaming. Everybody calls me Eddie. I don't mind if my viewers, anybody there is there. Um, I'm originally from Cali, lived in Idaho, now in Arizona, as well. So screw the heat. I started streaming in 2020, right as the pandemic hit, pretty much where the wave of streamers started happening because everybody was just at home and bored. So I normally play, a variety of games. I also took a break, but I've been streaming the last month or two. Um, Currently, I like to play Rocket League. I play a lot of, right now, I'm streaming God of War and just some other ones. I do horrors as well. So my channel variety. We just like to play games and chitter chatter with people.
Nice. And I guess I could do mine too, since there's only three of us. So mine is Akenia-chan, and I've been streaming same thing, kind of like when the pandemic hit. I was like, this is a good opportunity to give this a try, and I wish I started it before, but just life and time didn't have time to do it. I usually stream Animal Crossing or indie games, weird little quirky games. Some of them are a little spooky, a little cutesy over here. And I stream Stardew Valley and Don't Starve Together. So it's like, that's a very weird mix. They're so different. So yeah. All right,
Then I
so
really you have a little genre right there.
a little, and I think Don't Starve has kind of like a little cutesy element to it, and that's probably why I like it. It's like it's creepy, but it's kind of like a cutesy creepy, like it's not like
have you
horror.
have you seen the Cult of Lamb?
No.
You might like that.
That's in your realm. I want that game so bad.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look into that one.
I'm definitely in the variety genre too, because I also stream Animal Crossing, but at the same time I'll also stream Dead by Daylight. So it's
Yeah.
She punches horses on Red Dead.
I did. I punched a horse on Red Dead Redemption.
And I want to play
couldn't.
Red Dead. So, like they're so different. Like I said, with just variety.
Yeah. And actually I have Supremacy actually got me into the game, but it's gas station simulator and I'm addicted. I never thought I'd be into like simulation games, but I'm definitely addicted to that one.
She's addicted to working at a gas station, but won't work at a gas station.
I know I'll never work at a gas station, but I love working at the gas station. It's so much fun.
In game, in house.
Yeah, in game, not IRL. I wouldn't want to do that. Especially because there's this little kid dentist that comes to your gas station and spray paints things on your buildings that are not always appropriate. So you got to watch out for that kid.
That damn heathen.
Yeah.
Right. So then I guess we can probably go into some questions. Some of them have kind of probably already been answered, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So the first one is what got you into streaming, which we've kind of touched on, but if you want to elaborate a little more. Yeah.
Yeah. So same thing for me. I started in 2020 during the pandemic. I actually wasn't working at the time, but kind of been a Twitch viewer for a long time. And I was always told like, oh, hey, you should stream. You're funny, or you're good at this game or that. And no. Like I'm kind of on the shy side when it comes to streaming, but I tried it and I absolutely loved it. And I was streaming a lot in the beginning. I was actually doing 2 a days. I was doing a morning stream and an evening stream and applying for jobs in between and doing interviews and things like that. And making a little bit of money, which was good. So I can, pay my bills and buy groceries and things like that. But it was really the pandemic that kind of pushed me forward to really get into it. And I thought, why not? What do I have to lose? So, and I have never looked back. I have taken time off because, life gets in the way and work has been a lot. So, but streaming is what I enjoy doing, and gaming and playing with my viewers and my community. And I want to get back to that. And I've had a lot of my, community members reach out to me like, hey, when are you going to stream again? Let's play this, let's play that. So I definitely want to get back into it as soon as I can.
Oh, yeah. They're in the boardroom. And they just put the tickets in there. They won't know until the end. Like, we'll start calling next week. Yeah.
She's doing double duty over here.
I'm doing like triple duty. Oh my gosh. Okay. So for me, I guess, like I said, I always kind of wanted to do it, and I just never had the time. Like, I've been making YouTube videos for actually like 12 years.
Oh,
And
wow.
I took a very long break from it. So I started off doing like anime, little, AMVs and stuff, and they were doing pretty good. And then I stopped. I was like, I just didn't have time to keep making them. And I mean, I stopped for like 5-6 years, and then I started doing more like shopping videos and stuff within the past few years. And then
I watch those, all your unboxings. I always will watch the Shein hauls. I'm like, ooh, that's cute. I like that Hello Kitty top. Let me put that in my cart.
I know, and I've again taken kind of a break too from it because I just haven't had time to edit. Like, I've recorded, but I can't edit. And then with streaming, you don't have to worry about editing. You just go live and you're there. So I've also thought about streaming on YouTube just to have like kind of content going. But I'm thinking also like of taking like a little break from Twitch for a little while just to kind of like get the YouTube going back up and running. But it just seems hard to just kind of pull away from it for too long because you're like, I don't want to lose my viewers, you know, even with the
Yeah.
Discord, it's still like they're looking for you to be there. So yeah, and you know, building that community is also a big part of streaming. Gets you, you know, like, okay, I know I'm ready. I'm gonna do this for my community. I got people waiting on me, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And so
There's nothing better than I do it on my channel, but I always have like a timer when I start my stream. And there's nothing better than sitting there waiting for the timer to go, and you see people in your chat hyped, ready to go, like, yeah, she's back, she's live, let's go. And that just, it gets you going as a streamer. You're like, people are there waiting for me to start, to
exactly, yeah.
watch me, to interact with me. So it's really cool. The community is definitely a big part of it.
Definitely, yeah. And I've always played video games, and like I said, I wish I got started sooner back in my heyday when I was like up till 4 in the morning and stuff playing MMOs, you know. I'm like, I can't do that nearly as long anymore. I'm like, y'all, it's 11. Good night. You
Mm-hmm.
know? So, but,
Exactly.
you know, and I'm like, you know, it was getting married and everything, and I was like, you know, he was kind of trying to get me to not stream. Actually, my husband, he was like, you know, it could be very hostile, and you just don't know how people are going to react to you. And at first, I was kind of like, yeah, okay. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just try it. Pandemic's here. I'm sitting at home all day. Let's shoot for it, you know. And I had bought a new computer at the time, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just give it a shot, and it's going pretty all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same with me. The pandemic's what got me into it. And just like him, I kind of always wanted to. I never looked at streams before until I started streaming myself.
Yeah,
I was always a YouTube person,
me too.
so I'll watch YouTube videos. I wouldn't watch streamers. I don't know. I couldn't watch people at the time. My mindset wasn't there, but I always wanted to do something like in gaming and video. Because like I grew up and I still watch until this day. Watching Rooster Teeth. You
Oh
know, I
yeah.
watched them since Red versus Blue when they were nothing.
Oh,
You
I love
know,
those.
yeah, and so that's what kind of got wanted me going. And then once 2020 hit, you know, it's like, yeah, I'm not doing nothing. Let's start it. You know, got my friends because me and my friends, like every time we play, it's like it's just hilarious. Like I was like, man, I wish I recorded that and you know show it to the world because like I watch people just for the content. Just I don't even care what they're playing sometimes. Sometimes just how you're reacting to a
Mhm.
game or whatever. Um, so that's what got me into it. And me, honestly, it's not. I mean, the money's nice, but it's not really about the money, at least for me. You know, I don't care if I have 1, 2 viewers just watching me. You know, sometimes just like those videos for me, I've been watching them for years since Red versus Blue. That's been almost 15 years or whatever,
Yeah, that's
you
a long.
know, and I've been stuck with them you know, since then because why? They make my day. You can even ask Slice, you know, I'm always every day I watch their newest video, whatever comes up. That's because that's how they affected me in my life. That's my joy, you
On the
know.
Yeah.
couch, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, I hear the videos.
So you know, if I can do that with one person, you know, they just come here, you know, maybe they're having a bad day and I'm making them laugh or anything, you know, that just makes my day for them.
Yeah, it really does. It does. It feels really good. You're like, oh yeah. They're like, oh my god, you're great. You're like, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I'm trying to, you know, edit more again. I'm trying to get back into that. You know, I just don't record. You know, I'm always streaming. I just don't record. So I'm still trying to build a business. I'm actually trying to revamp that again and getting that going in video editing.
Sounds good. So we talked kind of about motivation, so I'll skip that one. What advice would you give someone that is starting to stream?
Hmm. I would say two things. One is don't worry about having the best equipment. You don't need the best computer. You don't need the best camera or the latest Xbox or PlayStation. Go with what your budget will allow because I still have my same computer from I think my computer's like 6 or 7 years old. Still
Yeah,
works fine, no problems. I have like
definitely.
a $20 camera. You know, over the years I have since upgraded like my monitors and keyboard and mouse and things, but don't get too hung up on getting the best of the best, because that's not going to make you a good streamer. What's going to make you a good streamer is your personality, your passion for it, you know, whether you're good at a game or you can just make that experience for someone watching fun. The other thing I would say is always be talking. Even if you have one viewer, always be talking about what you're doing in game, what you think you should do. There's nothing worse, to me at least, than going into a new streamer and watching them and they're completely silent. Sometimes
Yeah.
people just get so focused on a game, they're not talking at all. And it's like, hello, you're live, talk to me. So those are the two things that I would say.
Or
And the
when
best thing
you're
that
talking and you're like, hello,
Yeah,
hello. They're
you're
like,
trying to get their attention.
and they're not
And
paying any attention. You're just like,
it's like they're not even live and they're just so focused on the game. And you know, you want to ask them questions about the game or who they are as a streamer. You want to get to know them. Maybe you want to follow them, or even better, subscribe to their channel. And you know, if they don't interact with you, it's kind of a turnoff. Or you know, some streamers will have that follower only mode on in order to talk in their chat. I think that's a big no-no too, because I don't know if I want to follow you yet until I can kind of interact with you a little bit. I want to see who you are as a streamer, as a gamer, get to know their personality. So to kind of like force that follow, I don't know, it just seems like a no-no for me.
Yeah, it's just how it is sometimes. I mean, on the note you said about keep talking, like what I do, sometimes if I don't have a viewer or something, or I'm just starting, I'm like, and nobody's chatting, I'll just talk to the game, talk to the NPCs, like I'm actually there. It's like, hey, what's up, man? Oh, you just gonna keep walking by? Oh, okay, bye. Well, what you got in that bag? You know,
Right.
some stuff like that. You know, want to be entertaining.
Right.
hello.
I guess on my sense on if you're wanting to start streaming, one is just start. You know, if you want to start, don't procrastinate it. But before you start, just like Slice says, you know, you don't need to have best equipment and everything, but do not try to compare yourself or start off like some of these high-end streamers who have two high-end PCs, who have a $500 video camera as their webcam, you know, who have a $300 microphone, $1,000 microphone. You know, the best thing is, what I always say before you start streaming is learn what streaming application you're going to do, like Streamlabs, OBS, you know, whatever the other ones are, which one you want to use, learn how to use it. You know, there's plenty of YouTube videos to learn how to use it and what to set up and how to set up. And, you know, depending on the game, the biggest important thing I would say is quality of your stream. That's the important thing, is the quality of your stream. So if you have let's just say you don't have the greatest computer, you don't have a 3000 series, you still have a 1000 series graphics card, you know, your stream is gonna pull a lot of your CPU, so it's gonna strain the game and everything. So if you're trying to stream it high quality graphics and like Call of Duty, something that's very intensive, and trying to stream, it's going to lag your stream. So you always want to make sure how to learn how to make your streams just be as flowing nice, even though the graphics may be not be nice. I have streamer friends that have viewers watching them at 340p. You know, it's not the greatest quality, but it's consistent. You know,
right.
So that's the best thing, is how to keep quality.
Yeah, do the best with what you have, because you can always upgrade things later. And I think a lot of streamers do that. They just start upgrading, you know, their monitors or their camera, the keyboard, mouse, mic. You can't have the best of the best in the beginning. If you're fortunate to, great, do it. But don't get so bogged down with having the best quality of equipment. I mean, when I first started streaming, I didn't even have a camera. And I was pulling in, you know, 10 to 20 viewers just playing Animal Crossing and having fun and interacting with my chat. And they never even saw me. And then I started getting viewers into my chat that wanted to see me, and they actually donated money to me to buy a camera. So
That's cool.
that's when I started, streaming with a cam, because I had the support of my community.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. And I guess I could say, like, y'all might have touched on it already, but don't be afraid to keep going if you only have one or two people. Like, that's gonna grow. You just got to give it time and let just be okay. It's okay. It's okay to have one or two people or no people. It happens to all of us at some point sometimes. So I would just say, like, don't be afraid. Just keep trying, keep going. They'll come. They'll come, especially if they like your personality. They're gonna come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And the biggest thing I think I will end it on that question is know what you want to do as a streamer. Do you want to stream just to stream because you like playing video games? Might as well share that with people watching you and talk with them. Or do you want to be a big streamer, make that your career, and then you know what steps you need to take from there?
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. All right. Okay. How do you advertise your stream?
Ooh, that's a good one. I mean, there's so many different avenues that you can advertise. I personally, we have Supremacy and I have a shared Discord. So we do a lot of advertising in there, letting our community know when we're going to go live or if we have like a special event planned. Also Facebook and Instagram, really. I know TikTok is really a great place to advertise. I'm more of a TikTok watcher than a TikTok user. So
you can.
yeah, I would say primarily just like Discord
like
and
right now.
and
So if you give us about
Instagram for
30
me.
minutes, so staff can kind of. Oh yeah, no, of course. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, me, I don't like to do advertisement. I just don't care for it. It's not my field. Like that's always the last step and I always forget. So I don't care for it. Like I said, we have our Discord, before try to promote on other people's Discords. Honestly, I don't care for it. Like I said, being a big streamer eventually would be great. I'm not gonna push myself to that limit. I just want to. If I have that one person that I make their day better, cool. That's what I like because I'm gonna play the games regardless. I think my best way, and it's just naturally, it's just I interact with the people who are actually watching me. So it's going to be a word of mouth. They'll bring their friends over, or like other streamers. I support them, talk to them, talk to their chat, and I don't even like, hey, come check me out. No, they're going to check me out. They like me as just a chatter or everything. Or that other streamer say, hey, you guys need to check out that person. That's all I need, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, not everyone has to advertise, but if they do want to, like, I think I also do Instagram and Facebook are my main ones. I don't even have a TikTok account, so I definitely am like, no, I don't want to, I don't think I want to go there. So, yeah, and I'm kind of like you in that I forget a lot, and I'm like, I just don't have time to just make the post. Or now I also started the Discord, and I'll push it out there, and so that's kind of like I'll go to other, little sections of other people's Discords and post sometimes if I remember or get the time to like, oh, come check me out. Or I started like helping out one of my friends. So I actually posted his to my Discord, like his link, like check him out. He's playing Resident Evil. So yeah. So yeah, I usually do Instagram more so than Facebook. My Facebook is kind of dead. So
yeah, I think you touched on it too, like posting when you go live in other Discords as well, and connecting with those communities is really good. And also, I think we all have our favorite co-streamers, so hosting their channels or having them like on your raid list, and connecting those communities. And then, if my community raids into, Supremacies, they're going to get to know him. They'll like him, follow him. And then when he's live and he passes a raid over to me, it'll be the same thing. And that's how you grow kind of organically.
Yeah, that's very true. That's the best way, Don't buy into those. Come hit me up. I'm gonna get
No.
you 100, 200 people to your stream. Like,
No. We don't
not
do no follow for follows or buy
yeah,
views or anything like that.
yeah. That's not as that don't work.
No.
That's the
um,
worst thing you could do when you're starting off.
Yeah.
Don't
yeah,
do it.
Don't
yeah.
do
Or
that.
paying people money randomly to help you out. Like, don't do it.
No.
That's as scammy as it gets to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
stop hitting me up, please.
I actually have those like keywords banned in my chat. So if somebody like tries to spam, follow for follow or buy followers, their message immediately gets deleted.
I don't blame you. Like, that's like you're like, no.
No.
Yeah. So what software and equipment do you use to stream? And possibly what would you recommend to a beginner?
Um, I'm not good with the software. Supremacy is my IT tech. So I'm gonna
I'm
throw that
everybody's
question.
IT tech.
I'm gonna throw that question over to him.
So what I would say, if you're streaming, the best thing to stream on is, of course, always have a PC. Um, I know a lot of people aren't PC players. They play on their console. So, best things have a graphics card. I know there is some apps. I know like on X, there's actually a Twitch app you can stream from on Xbox. Um,
Hmm.
it's not the greatest thing. But the best things have a computer. Um, and if you're doing console, have a graphics card to capture your console. But at least in the softwares, there's a few of them. Twitch has their own like starting off like beginner software, very basic, easy to use. I started using that when I first started streaming. The main ones mainly people use are OBS or Streamlabs OBS. Same company tie-ins, just Streamlabs is a lot easier to use. Um,
Yeah.
OBS looks something like from the 90s, like a 90s program. But it's the same thing. They're literally the same thing. And but if it wants to be easier, use Streamlabs. Like I said, the softwares, there's videos, easy videos to watch and learn how to use. It's not that hard. I think the other programs XSplit, but I never use XSplit.
I
I
haven't
rarely see
either.
people use
I've heard about
XSplit.
them.
Yeah. There is actually, I forget what the other software is if you do have a console, so you could do overlays and stuff. I just forget what it's called, but you have to pay for it. That's all I
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
You have to pay for some of them.
Yeah, best thing if you're not tech savvy is if you know streamers or look up on YouTube. Like I learned everything my own, just looking up videos and doing it myself. And then I figure out stuff like, holy crap. Like I just found out about OBS plugins. I didn't even know about those. I'm like, oh, that's how people do stuff. You
Yeah, me
know,
too.
you
I'm
bet.
still looking on there for stuff.
Yeah, I
And
just learned about them. So
there's so many different applications that you can integrate into your stream too. Like Supremacy's been updating his stream a lot lately with doing like avatar streams. So like yesterday he was playing Fall Guys as a cat, which
yeah,
was
we
so
were
funny.
cats.
And then he's got like voice changers and there's just so many cool things that you can do at streaming now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I first started streaming, I actually started on Mixer and I was streaming from my Xbox to Mixer, and there weren't like any really overlays or anything like that. Like you could do a camera, but that was pretty much it. And then once Mixer kind of shut down, I moved over to Twitch and started streaming on Twitch, and there's just a whole lot more variety of things that you can integrate into your stream. And sometimes just kind of trial and error. Some things are free, some things you have to pay for. It just depends on what you want to do with your stream, but there's so many different programs out there that you can utilize.
But your main thing to use is have a streaming software like OBS, Slobs, or XSplit, or the Twitch one. When you go to Twitch.live in your creator dashboard, there actually is a section for that.
Yeah. And I like whatever software is user friendly. That's my thing, because when it comes to like all the streaming softwares, I'm not always tech savvy. So if I can just do a couple clicks, boom, I'm live, or easily change things out, like that's the software for me.
Yeah, when I first started, I used OBS, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then everyone was like, "Oh, I'm using Streamlabs OBS," and I was like, "Let's try that one. Let's try that." And so that's what I use now, and I like that it has different applications, like you said, for if somebody donates, if somebody uses bids, if somebody follows. It's like really easy to set all that up, and I have not seen all that with OBS. I think it's more, you got to do everything individually yourself more so with OBS. So I was actually
Yeah,
working with
that
for a panel. Yeah, and I was like,
yeah, that's how it is. Streamlabs makes it easier all in one, but there's only so much you could do versus OBS where you have to do it manually, but there's so much more you could do. It's just you have to manually input it.
yeah. And if you don't know, and not everyone is that tech savvy to be able to do it.
Hmm.
So
And honestly, all it is, it's if you know how to use Streamlabs, you know how to use OBS. It's just knowing where everything is. Because for the most part, you can use the websites like Stream Elements. You get your alerts there, you get your overlays, and all you do is put them as browser source. You're good.
Yeah, and it's fun like per, season, like if you want to change up your overlays or your alerts, like for Halloween, if you want to have spooky alerts or Christmas, it's fun that you can like change out those things pretty easily and, really customize your stream to, the season. Or if you want to do like a fun birthday stream, you can, do all different kinds of things. And it's fun to switch that stuff out.
That's why I was a cat yesterday.
Yeah, that's why you're a cat. And then before that, you were a robot.
Everybody likes a robot.
And that's a free software, right?
Yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
on Steam. So.
Yeah, so like anybody can download
What's
that.
software called?
Animes.
She's taking notes.
He's like, well, we got the tech guy here.
Yeah,
I put it in chat. It's called Animes. It's on Steam. So you go on Steam, like you're gonna search for a Steam game. That's one pretty easy one to use.
There was another one that like was integrated with Snapchat, right? They had like Snapchat filters.
Oh, yeah, it's called what's it called?
I don't even have a Snapchat.
It's called
social media.
Well, it's called Snap Camera, so it's like if you want to apply filters to your camera, like even Instagram, all their filters, everything are on there. There's so much stuff you can do.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I definitely wear animes because I've seen the one girl, I don't know if that's the one, she was doing like a potato. She was like a floating potato. And
yeah,
I was like,
I've seen that.
That's so funny. So yeah, okay.
I could probably actually show you.
Oh my gosh, that would be so. That would
Oh,
be great.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh,
Let me load it up.
That's great content.
I've seen some crazy like, and that's great for people who are like a little shy, camera shy.
From the
they
webcam,
don't necessarily, want to show themselves. It's a fun way that you can still be on stream, and then you can be a cat, a dog, a robot, a fish. Like you could literally be anything. It could be an anime character. You could be a Lolita. I mean, you can do anything with it.
Yeah, I mean, because then another that big trend of everybody doing, what is it called? Where everyone has an avatar. What what are they called? VTubers?
Yeah.
So that's another thing. So if you're not comfortable, that's cool. If you're not comfortable being on, then they're doing that too,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so that was him as a cat yesterday.
My camera's not. Oh, hold on, maybe.
Okay, it's connecting now. Kinda, yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool though.
It has a magenta background because usually I have the chroma key to remove the background.
But you see, like it moves with your mouth and your head and everything like that.
Oh yeah, like yeah,
there we go. I got it to work now.
Meow.
That's amazing. I'm sorry, I love that. That's so cool. And then like with the channel points, you can go ahead and add stuff like that, like redeem being a cat, or
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I
Or
used to do that. Put the filters.
if you
Kind of
have
fun.
like
yeah,
a specific game that you're playing, like if you're playing, let's say Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th, and you want to be like Michael Myers or Jason, you can make yourself that way, it just adds another element to your stream to make it more fun.
yeah, yeah, and interactive with people.
Yeah.
Um, what is one of the best experiences you have had while streaming?
Ooh, I would say I think it was actually my birthday stream, 2021. It was so much fun. I actually had a channel point redemption anytime it was redeemed that I would drink. So I was loaded on stream. My community was trying to get me to fall off my chair. Did not work though.
Good.
It was fun. Like everyone was really supportive, and I got a lot of new subscribers and followers and bits, and it was just a great day. It was just such a great experience to be able to share my birthday with strangers. I don't know these people online, but they're part of my community, and it was fun that they came out and took time out of their day to celebrate my birthday with me. So it was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
that's awesome. Um, I've had moments where I got like rated really hard, and I was like, "Whoa!" And not only rated, but then they started throwing out bits and all kinds of stuff and subscribing, and I'm like, "Yo, wow, this is a lot," And it was like constantly for like a good minute coming in. I was like, okay, okay, wait. Can't even like thank you fast enough because it just like, it was a really big raid and I was like, this is absolutely amazing. And you just appreciate moments like that. You're like, thank you for bringing your community and trusting me with your community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had one really big one, and ever since I've been following her, she actually plays like Fortnite and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. And I don't
Yeah.
we don't even play the same genre, so it was really cool for her to come through and raid. It's like,
Yeah.
thanks for choosing me.
Yeah, it's always fun when you can get like a hype train going. You've got new followers and subscribers, and you got all these alerts going off, and
Yes,
it's a fun but chaotic time.
it is. It's very chaotic, but it's like this is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my best time was a birthday stream as well. I want to say the other time was probably when I did that hot chip challenge. That was a fun
Oh
day.
yeah.
Oh man, that sounds
Yeah.
awful.
People were dropping bits and subs to not have me drink anything for like the longest
Ooh,
time.
sounds
So it was
painful.
torture, bro. It was fun. I think my biggest one that kind of got me like, oh wow, was I started playing Satisfactory and I was playing it with my friend. We were just playing, trying to learn it, get into it. We literally just started the game. And I had normal people in there, however many viewers come in. And then we get this new guy start chatting and following me. So, I'm reacting normally and all that. And then I see people on streams like, oh my God, it's him. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And the guy who follows apparently a big Satisfactory streamer. He's like one of the biggest Satisfactory streamers on there. He has like, I don't know,
Wow.
7K followers on. So he was chatting it up with me. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's awesome. That is. That is cool. Nice. Ooh, that's epic, man. How many people can say that? Like, yo, you got one of the top ones up in here.
Yeah.
And they chose my stream.
Right, yes. That's amazing. Okay, so then we got about 20 more minutes. Um, so this is might be a one you have to really think about. What are some of the struggles and challenges that you face as a streamer?
Time.
Time, definitely.
Definitely. We can all agree on this one.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
Time's the biggest one.
damn jobs getting in the way. Otherwise, I'd be
Yeah.
streaming all the time.
Yeah, especially for like my age, our age, where you're working full time and everything, try to fit those streams, especially all the people, who have children, have a married life, it's you're trying to fit everything in there. So that's where you kind of try to prioritize, you know, what you want to do on a daily basis. Best thing is to have a schedule for that. And I would say the other thing is just technology, knowing what you're doing on the softwares and making sure your stream quality is good
All
and
the
attracting
issues
people
you're
like,
going to run into anyway. You're going to have them. Like,
Yeah.
I'm having headphone issues right now, and I think I just need to call Razer and be like, yo, fix this, because these things cost way too much for me to be going in and out. I'm like, now I have to try to figure out a whole nother setup for it. So I'm like, this is my current dilemma, It's like, okay, now what do I do if I don't use these headphones anymore? Because I've kind of like put everything else either away or got rid of, I'm like, okay, this is what we're going to use now. And I'm like, I can't use these anymore. So what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So I kind of got to like revamp everything all over again. So definitely technology will it can really ruin the stream. Like people have had to end early because they're like, it just will not connect. You just won't stay connected or,
Yeah.
yeah, outside of time, it's definitely technology too. Just because you just don't know. You're like, it was fine 10 minutes ago. And then,
Right.
yeah.
something
And
dies.
yeah. And the worst thing too is, and especially like, questions before, like so I said, you don't have the best, computer, everything and all that. But if you want to stream, depending what you're streaming, especially gaming, if you're just streaming normal, like just chatting webcam, like we are and everything, that's easy. You can do that over the phone. But a lot of these games are becoming very, heavy to your computer. So streaming's hard. That's why a lot of people are now switching to the two PC setup. So you say I got to pay another $500 to $1,000 for a second PC and a capture card, so we don't have these strains. Just depending on what you want to play. That's what I'm saying. If you want the best graphics too, and all that, so it's all technology. Like I said, sometimes like before I got this new PC, I couldn't stream games. I've had games in my library that I haven't played in a year and a half because I bought them but couldn't stream it, but I want to play them on stream.
Yeah.
So there's stuff like that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'd say one other struggle, like as a female streamer, and maybe you've come across this too, Kenya, is some of the negativity that comes our way. And I know it happens with male streamers as well. But I think for females on Twitch, it hits us a little bit harder. We have a lot of hate that comes our way. I've had plenty of just random people that have come into my stream and called me some not so nice things, and they've literally just come into your chat to spew hatred and negativity, and then they leave. So it's you want to make sure you have good mods with you to kind of prevent those things from continuing on in your chat. You can block certain words. You can do things like have they have hate raids that have been going on in Twitch. And I actually experienced, not me personally, but a fellow streamer, I watched it happen to her live, and she was ready to go. She had her stream set up. She literally pressed a button and the stream went into subscriber mode. It turned off all the alerts. It got rid of all these spam messages that came into her chat. Like, she was ready to go. And I thought that was really sad that she had to even prepare her stream for that. But it happens, and you have to, I think you kind of have to have thick skin when it comes to things like that. Not everyone that's going to come into your chat or your community is going to be nice. So you just have to prepare yourself for that, and, just kind of let it roll off your back, and, ban those people and keep it moving, because it's unfortunate, but there are people out there like that. So that would definitely be another struggle.
Yeah, in a way you could counter that, like what I try to do sometimes. When I do see that on my channel, I haven't seen it in so long, but I see in other people's too, is one, don't right away get emotionally involved with anything that happens on your stream, good or bad. Don't get emotionally involved because then it's going to ruin you. Second, embrace it. Get your stuff set up like, how she was saying about another streamer, set it up to subscriber mode only, but embrace it. These are people that have no life. They're going to be on anything, even any social media. They're just those type of people. Embrace it. Hey, you guys are on my channel. Y'all giving me views. Y'all helping me. Come on, bring it on, and then try to be their friends. Sometimes you counteract it. But these are people that are behind the screen. They don't have, and sorry, this is a little too excessive, they don't have the balls to face you face to face. They're hiding behind the screen. They're more of a coward than you embracing them or hiding from them. But the biggest thing, don't get emotionally involved about it. It's just, if it happens, brush it off. Don't worry about it. Why? Because the people that are actually on your stream are going to support you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I actually had I had someone come into my chat and call me something not so nice, but my stream is set up so that the word that they called me was blocked. And I saw it pop up. The rest of my community didn't see it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to allow this to be seen. And as soon as my community saw that, they jumped on that person and said, how dare you come into here? Don't you call her that? My mods blocked them. Like, it was kind of funny to watch. You have to keep in mind, sometimes these people that come into your chat and spew that negativity, it has nothing to do with you. It's all internal within them. So